Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this episode. I'll call it, I guess this is another Bitcoin product review on PIVX. Now that I've used the PIVX wallet on the desktop. And so I've got here 10 PIVX, as you can see. And if you notice down here, right here, oh, where's my mouse? This light is green and it says staking is active. What do you know? It wasn't before. If you've seen my previous episode on PIVX from that Coinami wallet, staking is active. So I'm staking PIVX and I'm going to show you how to do that in my video, okay, in my format. And so let's go to the web page here. Okay, first of all, I watched a couple videos. A lot of them are not very, well, they're not that great. So that's why I'm making this video on how to stake PIVX using your PIVX and your desktop wallet. I have a Windows version, but it's probably same for the Mac, Apple, Linux, or whatever they do. But I found a very useful blog on a Steemit website. Okay, and if you know anything about Steemit, I'm not very fond of the token. The site itself is okay. It has some use. It provides knowledge. So it's not all that bad. It's just their business model and how they monetize the platform. I'll give you an example as I explain. So I'm on a Steemit website here, and here is the user right here. So that's the user who wrote this up. Thank you very much. So let me go over. Let me talk about Steemit real quick before I go over this step. You could see the thing about Steemit is that it's a user-generated income or user-generated platform. So the users provide the money to pay other users, and so that's how it's monetized through the use of a token called Steem, and another function of that is the Steem-backed dollar. It's very deceptive. The Steem-backed dollar is used as a inflation factor, from what I can tell. Anyways, as you can tell, you could see that he's gotten paid, and you can actually see who's basically paid him. Very interesting. And you can see the votes that he's received, and these are some of the votes. There's actually more. I don't see it, but you can actually see some of these, and some of these people I recognize, like this person specifically, Trip Jammer. He's another YouTuber. He's into crack coins. He does a lot of pump and dumps. Let me see here. Anyways, so as you can see, that's how you earn people voting and giving you money, quote unquote, depending on how much Steem power. That's another thing about Steem. It requires 3 things. Steemit, the token, Steem power, that's what gives you influence, and then the Steem-backed dollar, which is essentially an inflation factor. I've gone over this before on my other video, Bitcoin Special Report, Steemit. Essentially, this site is I would call it the money scheme of Steemit is a pyramid style. Very, very interesting. Anyways, maybe I'll get to that later if you don't know what Steem is. I highly don't recommend anybody buying Steem, the token, or I just don't recommend. If you go to this site, if you go to this Steemit site, I recommend not buying. You can blog all you want, you can post all you want, but please do not buy the Steem token because the money comes from its users, so the site needs users to buy Steem to monetize it. I think a lot of people are abusing the system. So, but anyways, the site itself, very useful if you want to post stuff as a way to monetize your living. You might as well just join a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid, because that's essentially what you'll be doing when you buy the Steem token. Okay, so anyways, let's go back to the PIVX blog here. Another thing you'll notice is that even though I'm not signed up to Steemit, I can actually consume the content. And the reason why, again, is that the money does not come from advertisers or me viewing. It does not come from, money's not generated from me consuming the site or the content. The money comes from the users who buy Steem token. That's where the money comes from. So how to stake using your PIVX wallet. Okay, very simple. First step. Now I skipped this step. I didn't encrypt my wallet. I don't think that's the necessary step. Config. Okay, so it's step 2 is edit your config, and then you want to put staking right here. It says staking and 1, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so there is a tools option, I believe, right here, as you see, tools, and it says wallet configuration file, and I'm going to open with Notepad, well, not all the time, but Notepad. Okay, and here you go. It's very simple. It's just a PIVX configuration file. It's your wallet configuration. Just type in staking -1 or staking equals 1, 1 being yes. It's default to, I think it's default to 1. Well, anyway, you put staking equals 1. That means you're gonna activate staking. Alright, and then just save it, save, and then close it. Alright, step 2, real easy. Alright, step 3, unlock your wallet. I didn't do that since I didn't encrypt my wallet, nor did I unlock my wallet. I'm not sure what that step is for. I don't think that's quite necessary. I really think just edit your configuration, your wallet configuration file is really all that's needed. But you can do that too. You can unlock, and it says here to what? Oh, I guess you can read it. Mine's already unlocked since I never encrypted it. So, and then final step is you want to restart. Go ahead and restart your wallet again, and just wait for, well, I'll explain to you. So after you do what I just did, you go ahead and you restart the wallet, and once you restart the wallet, you'll see a bar down here with the master nodes. So it's starting to sync up with the master nodes, and once it syncs up to the master node, you give it some time, and then eventually this right here, yeah, that right there, well, that right there will eventually turn green, and you'll start staking. Now here's another thing you can do to see if you did stake, is if you go to tools and you go to debug console. Oh, I already got all that stuff in there already. Let me clear that out. So this is the debug console. If you go here and just simply start typing get staking status, you'll notice that it'll automatically start putting that in there in the drop box, and just there you go. So you get staking status. That's what it says. Get staking status, right? Just return, and then you'll get this right here, and then you'll see it says valid time true, have connections true, wallet unlocked true. So I know it's already, I never locked it. So what else does it say here? Mintable coins true. What else? Enough coins true, and MN sync, masternode sync true. That's what it does when you restart it. And then you see the staking status, which is also on true. So that's another way to verify. And so my wallet is staking. I've got 10 PIVX. So that's a way to also check. And there you go. It's really that simple. It's not very difficult. I did watch a couple videos. I also read the Steemit post, and based on that, I was just able to start staking my wallet. So let's go on to. So that's it. That's the final step. Again, please go to Steemit, and look up this user, or you can just do a search on how to stake your PIVX wallet, and I think this post will show up. So thank you for whoever did that. It was very useful. Again, I don't have a problem with the site, the social media site, Steemit.com? Yeah, Steemit.com. It's the money scheme within Steemit.com that I personally have a problem. I guess in my opinion, I wouldn't recommend anyone to buy Steemit, the token, or the Steam-backed dollars. I wouldn't even recommend anybody to really power up, because what you're doing is essentially you're giving money to the community, and whoever has the most Steem power dictates how to spend your money. So if you want more power, you have to constantly power up. So you're buying into the program. It's another pyramid kind of scheme. Anyways, I highly recommend, if you do go on to Steem, what you want to do is you want to put your post up. I think they don't even give you an option to completely power down. I think if you get any money, it's 50% Steem power and 50% Steem. Anyways, whenever you can, just cash out and get some Bitcoin or some deflationary cryptocurrencies is what I highly recommend. But thank you for this post, whoever did it. Alright, so let's go to the staking rewards program. So I didn't go into the staking rewards too much, and I'm going to go into that a little bit. So you can run a masternode, which is about 10,000 PIVX. If anybody wants to donate 10,000 PIVX, here you go. Go ahead and donate 10,000 PIVX, and I will do a how-to video on how to run a masternode, how to set it up, and I will do a video periodically showing the payouts, the rewards that I get. Alright, so running a masternode. Eventually, method 2, stake your PIVX, which is similar to running a masternode but different. Anybody can do that. I'm doing it. Somebody donated. Yellow Fever for You donated the 10 PIVX. So if you're a true believer in the PIVX coin, simply just donate some of your PIVX and just spread spread the belief, spread the word of PIVX, and people will just get into it. Another way is helping out. They have a funding system in which some of the staking rewards goes to a funding program to pay for other stuff. You can get paid to help the community of PIVX out. So this is where I come in here. How much PIV is created and how is it distributed? So I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and you can go onto their website, pivx.org, and it says here every 60 seconds 5 PIV are created. 10% of it goes to the pool to fund the growth of PIVX. So it goes into a pool where I guess masternodes may vote on how to spend it, and they can spend it on any way they want to. Very similar to the Dash program. Remember, PIVX is essentially a fork of Dash in every way, even the way they operate, except I don't think they mine. This is all proof of stake now. And then it says here the other 90%, which would be 4.5 PIVX. Right here. This is where I am. I'm kind of skipping around, but you can go to the site and read it. 90% of the 4.5 PIVX gets divided between the master nodes and the stake and the stakers. It's a split, and it runs on a seesaw algorithm. So basically, it tries to keep the stakers and the master nodes balanced. If this is very similar to what I think Dash is going to do. They have master nodes, and I know they talked about having a program where you can receive interest by staking your wallet. So this is probably what Dash is going to do as well. PIVX and Dash are kind of like almost one and the same. I don't know why they're competing with each other. So that's that right there. Says here, so let me see, how much PIV should I actually expect to make? Good question. Goes into some kind of graph. I don't want to get into it so much. I mean, you either make some by staking or you don't. So that's it. So what do I think about PIVX and the staking program and everything? My final conclusion, or my opinion, is if you're new to cryptocurrency and you see all these coins, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dash, Monero, Zcash, I'm just naming a few, PIVX, there's a lot. I want you to think about it in this kind of context, and hopefully that'll help your decision in getting into this space or getting involved in a community. I don't want you to think about this as money. Okay, I think that's the first mistake a lot of people make, is they think of everything as money, like these coins are money, and they are, but I think it's a false. You'll enter into a false pretense if you think of it as money. I'd rather, my suggestion would be to think of these coins and the community that developed these coins as a tribe, or more specifically as a religion. Now, if you put it into that context, it really does become something like a faith-based religion, because after all, you're talking about, you know, money is kind of based on your faith in that financial instrument. So what's backing the US dollar? Well, your faith in the dollar. To some degree, gold as well, or any other instrument that you want to think about, you're putting faith into it, and that's what holds its value. So when you get into, cryptocurrency, and you get into the different community of the cryptocurrency space, I want you to think about this like you're joining a faith-based religion, because you're being asked to volunteer your time and effort into the community. Your commission for doing so is essentially nothing. Well, a coin, but you got to remember, it doesn't exist. It's not tangible. All right, it's completely based on your faith. And so if you start thinking about these different coins and different communities as a faith-based religion, like Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, or even the belief of not believing in faith, atheist, that's still a faith in some way. That's what you're basically committing yourself to. So if you look at it in that kind of context, that should probably weed out a lot of the BS of the coins that are just more or less just a scam. So look at the community, look at what they're about. Ask yourself, do you want to put your faith in this community? Because you're going to be asked to give up your money or your Bitcoin, whatever. Give up your time and basically put your faith into the community, into the token. And it is a lifelong commitment to do this if you want to see the fruits of your labor. So anyways, that's probably it for me. This is going to conclude my episode of PIVX, how to stake your PIVX. And hopefully you got something out of this. Anyways, let me go back to my wallet here. And let's go to the overview here. And there you go. I'll start off. This is just an experiment for me. I was given these tokens. I did not buy these tokens. I do not recommend people buying these tokens. But if the PIVX community really believes in what they're doing, they will do more of what Yellow Fever did. And they will probably, from their staking rewards, they will give PIVX to other people to get into it. It's like anyways, so I am staking now, and let's see what happens, and I'll go ahead and document this journey. Again, here you go. There you go. I am now currently actively staking, and I'll keep this wallet open. Why not? It doesn't cost too much energy. So this concludes this episode. Feel free to like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye.